Hi guys, now we're going to be having a look at the Predator and Predator 2 Battle Damage 2-pack. I understand in America it's the Toys R Us exclusive, but they don't really sell these figures in the UK at Toys R Us, so obviously not a Toys R Us exclusive here in the UK. But anyway, got to be honest, I'm not too excited about this figure set, in all honesty. It wasn't really announced. I don't know if it was in America. I didn't know anything about it over here until it popped up on a pre-order on eBay, and then obviously about a week ago some other guys were starting to put videos on YouTube from America. Normally anything comes out in America, it takes 15-20 years to come out over here, but surprisingly, literally within a week, 2 weeks, they're released here. So don't really know the thinking behind this, why Neca churned these guys out so quickly from the point of, they announced that we've still got Big Red, the Falconer, mid-cloak to come out, and they were announced ages ago, but they still haven't been released. And these guys weren't, literally have just come out of nowhere. So I mean, as much as I look on Neca's website and try to keep up to date on figures and everything, I had no clue whatsoever that these guys were coming out. But anyway, like I say, I'm not too excited about them. They're another thank you Neca for just churning out another 30 quid's worth of figures apparently. But you're in the market to make money. That's what you're doing. I don't blame you for it. I like I say, we know we've got the Big Red, the Falconer, mid-cloaked Falconer with Falcon. We know we've got the Dutch figures to come out, 3 of them from what I understand, and then just suddenly these guys pop up out of nowhere. So I dare say you'll do that again. And I know you've got the City Hunter Masked coming out as a single figure as well in Series 8, which of course was a exclusive figure at one point as well. So whether these guys come out again as solo figures, I don't know. But anyway, let's have a little look at what we've got. First of all, you do get 2 exclusive skulls again. Now, I'd really appreciate if someone could let me know what's happening about this skull wall. People have talked about the skull wall. I cannot find anything on it anywhere. But I'd love to know some more information on that. So if anyone out there, if you could leave me a message, just let me know what's happening with that and how you can get hold of it, blah blah blah, and when you think you can get hold of it. I'd really appreciate it. This skull especially, you can see it's got the little hole in the back there to go on a pin at some point, so hopefully that's going to go on the trophy wall. Both these skulls are fantastic, to be honest. The detail and paintwork on them is absolutely brilliant. Cannot fault it. So I do appreciate Neca doing these. Is that a little pinhole? I don't think it is. I can't really see where a peg's going to go into this, to be honest, but maybe that will just sit in a allocated groove on the wall, I guess. I don't know. But again, absolutely fantastic sculpt and paintwork on there. Can't fault them. I don't think they come through as well on camera, to be honest. I mean, I must admit, when I saw other YouTube videos of these skulls, I thought, oh, they look a bit bland, but actually seeing them and the paint and the effort that's gone into them, I think it's really good. I'm really impressed with them, to be honest. So for me, the only reason buying this 2-pack is just for these skulls, to be honest. But that's just me being a moany git. Right, let's have a look at what we have. Firstly, of course, we have the classic Predator. In terms, sorry, this camera looks a bit on the wall. There we go. Of course, it's basically said that it's the new articulation sculpt. So I'm not gonna do a full comparison of all the classic Predators, because I've already done that, apart from obviously adding this guy to the video. If you want to have a look at them, have a look at that separate video. I might do it at some point, but at the time when I did the video, I thought, oh brilliant, we've done all the classic Predators at that point, and I don't really necessarily see the need to do that again at the moment, purely because I didn't know this guy was coming out, to be honest, and obviously if I did know I would have waited. But anyway, so obviously we've got the new sculpt with the better double knee articulation as opposed to just the single knee, and as opposed to just the cuts there. We've now got a ball joint in the hips there, and of course the arms move better, which everyone was scared of moving the arms on these guys because they were snapping. But quite if it warrants a completely new figure, I do not know. I mean, this is obviously the closest figure to the new one, which I've just pulled out here. Obviously you've got the masked ones as well, and the closed mouth and all that, but definitely a better paint, definitely obviously a better sculpt. So the only reason to get this would be if you didn't have this guy, to be honest. I cannot warrant people buying this figure just for that, this little bit of paint. That's all I've brought it for. I've got to be honest with you, I'm not chuffed Neca, I'm sorry, but for me to have to buy this double pack just to have this bit of paint here doesn't wash well with me, to be honest. I'm sorry, but I'm not happy about that. But like I say, you're in the business to make money, and if you're not worried about upsetting people along the way, that's up to you. I dare say there'll be a point. I've got to be honest with you, if Neca bring out one more of this classic Predator, you ain't gonna see me buying it. And if they do a mid-cloaked classic Predator, I'm sorry, I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it, Neca. Really getting fed up with just turning out the same thing. But some people will. Just because I'm having a little moan doesn't mean you're going to stop doing it. But if just going on this figure alone and giving it the warrant it deserves as a standalone figure, it's faultless, to be honest. If they brought this out again as a classic Predator with the new articulation without that bit of paint on there, then they're really taking the piss. But otherwise, absolutely fantastic figure. Obviously got the extendable blades, wrist blades, removable cannon, backpack cannon on there, and of course all the skulls and everything. So fantastic figure in its own right, but not a happy bunny. Sorry, Neca. Now, this is the only reason I really wanted this two-figure set, was for the City Hunter Predator with Rebreather. Didn't see this one coming, to be honest. Kind of glad Neca did this one, just because it is a completely different look by literally having the Rebreather on there. And one of the little additions is obviously what McFarlane did with their City Hunter Predator, when you had the option of of course, really hard on that, removing the arm. Now, I hate the peg sticking out there. Obviously, you got the hole in the cut off bit of arm. Would have been worked better if that was the other way around, to be honest. But I said exactly the same thing. Just as I was watching someone else's video about it about a week ago, to be honest, I did say exactly the same thing, which is what McFarlane did. They actually put the little peg on that bit as opposed to on that bit, which just makes that look a bit silly. But I must admit, I've seen on other figures where the peg doesn't look like it's painted on some of the people's videos, so I'm glad that mine looks like it's painted, or when I say it looks like it is painted, so it doesn't stand out quite so much, to be honest. But I'm not going to moan about that too much. Now, being this new sculpt or new articulation one, they are again quite wobbly, to be honest. I know Neca's having a problem by getting it right. They're either too stiff or too wobbly, but that's obviously Neca's problem. And the paintwork with regard to the blood on it is brilliant. Can't fault it, to be honest. And I absolutely love the rebreather. It just gives a new look to obviously the predators that we have. Again, I've done another video showing all the city hunters, and of course I would have waited had I known this guy was coming out. So of course this one is exactly the same sculpt. You know, I can't really see anything straight away which is obviously any different. Of course, apart from being the obvious rebreather and the cut off arm, but everything else about it exactly the same, apart from obviously you've got a closed hand here as opposed to the open hand on there. But again, I think it's a better paint job than the solo figure release open unmasked. So again, you know, I mean, this would be the only reason I think most people would buy this 2-pack, if not for the skulls, for the rebreather Sea Hunter. But like I say, I'm sorry, I'm not going to get excited about it. I would have if I knew it was coming out, you know, and I had more time. I mean, like I say, I'm really looking forward to the big red, and I'm even looking forward to the falconer, mid-cloaked, purely because it's got a falcon with it this time. But you know, I dare say Neca could bring out the original falconer with a falcon. That gives him another reason to bring out that figure. But anyway, I will also say that obviously you got the bit there to put the smart disc in. These don't come with smart discs. I don't know whether they would or wouldn't. It does say on the packaging, and from what I've seen from other people so far, none of them have had a smart disc come with them, so I'm not going to worry about that, to be honest. But again, absolutely fantastic figure. His head paint is a bit shiny on this one. I don't know, or you know, varnished. Well, I say his head and his arms, but his chest and his legs aren't, so I don't know if that's coming through on camera at all. But fantastic, obviously, articulation in this guy, and yeah, I can warrant adding this to my collection, to be honest. Don't really think I want another City Hunter Neca, if possible. I'd much rather, I know it's more expensive for you to, I'd much rather have the original team. I'd even quite be happy to have a Danny Glover figure to put along with the City Hunters, but don't really think I want any more classic Predators. Don't think I want any more City Hunters, sorry. And please do not bring out a City Hunter frosty version, you know, obviously when they were chasing him through the meat factory with that horrible greasy effect that you put on the T1000 nitrogen one. Don't do that, and please, if you haven't even thought about that, please don't blame me if you do. So I'm just going to show you a quick look at the packaging, just so you can see obviously what the packaging looks like. So Jungle Hunter, deep in Central American jungle, the Predator is hunting humans for sport. Armed with his plasma caster, wrist blades and cloaking technology, the Predator methodically stalks and kills the opponents he deems worthy. The Jungle Hunter Predator collects the skulls and spines off his victims as trophies and skins his prey, leaving the bodies hanging from the trees. When a Special Forces team is dispatched on a rescue mission, they soon become the Predator's prey. And on the other side, City Hunter, one of the youngest members of the Lost Tribe. The City Hunter arrives on Earth during a record heatwave in Los Angeles, California. He has been sent on a mission by the Elder to acquire honourable trophies, armed with an arsenal of weapons that include a throwing disc, plasma cannon, wrist blades, spear and net gun. The City Hunter stalks the urban jungle in his quest for prey. And down the bottom there you've got expand your clan with the complete Lost Tribe, and all the figures down the bottom there, just to show you how much you got to spend. And on the front, obviously we've got the picture down the bottom there of the Jungle Hunter. Features improved articulation and battle damage deco. Includes removable backpack and backpack and extendable wrist blades. And here on the City Hunter it says features Rebraver mask and battle damage deco. Includes trophy skulls, smart disc and extendable blades. Obviously the smart disc isn't in there, and obviously for any of the American people watching, you can see straight away it doesn't have the Toys R Us sticker on there either. But anyway, that's the packaging. As always, thanks for watching, guys. Obviously I've had a little break from doing videos. I'll be start getting a load of them out again soon. I've got a lot of figures now coming up. I'm going to be doing the Twisted Fairy Tales. Got a few more Freddy's, obviously Jason's, well, loads more videos. So obviously to keep an eye out for them, and please subscribe. Leave any messages if you could. And like I say, if anyone could get back to me about that trophy wall, I'd really appreciate any information on that if you could. So yeah, take care, guys, and I'll catch you again soon. Cheers, bye bye.